kick off by saying Indialantic likes stability. So I've actually been mayor since 2008, and Deputy Mayor Stu Glass here since 8 years now, right? Going on 9 years. So in that vein, our town manager, Christian Alt, 19 years, is retiring in June. So he's been, we've had our ups and downs, but in the end, he's done a fantastic job for our town. He's been replaced by Mike Casey, who's currently our chief, who is transitioning. He's got his master's in public relations, and he's looking to change his career. So we were picking him up as town manager. We'll change our police chief and move on. Our town clerk is she's taking some health issues, so she's retiring. So if you're a clerk, we have open rec right now. So we have a job posted for you. So a lot of changes in our government, our large government of 40 some odd people or so. So what else is happening? So more than 30 seconds, Wayne. We're going. So lots of development. We've had stability in our government, and we've done real well, as opposed to Melbourne Beach, who's, I always got to pick on Jim a little bit. We have 19 years for town manager. Jim has had 19 town managers this year. And I'm not picking on you today, Hal. My wife warned me. Dijon's on 5th Avenue. You saw the old City Tropics has Dijon's City Market. So we're on our 3rd year of it opening next month, and we're close. We're hoping by the end of the year. On a brighter note, Publix, right? So we have a reserved spot for the sheriff at Publix. A Publix prototype is opening up, a concept store in Indialantic. I think it's the 6th one they've opened up in the state. It's a 27,000 square foot concept store, so it's kind of half of a normal Publix size and half normal food and half prepared food and specialty stuff for the area. So that should be real cool. That's opening up in the Ace Hardware Shopping Center. They're breaking ground in about 45 days.
Come eat at the Ace Hardware.
There you go. Yeah, to the other side of it. They bought that whole property. Starbucks. So we probably saw a little bit of controversy on Starbucks. The first Starbucks in Brevard County is on the beach in Indialantic. They have decided that doesn't meet their corporate profile anymore. They don't have the size to maintain their new drinks and such, so they are looking at moving, and we have a final vote next month on whether we're going to allow them to open a drink drive-through on A1A and take up where the old Sun Bank was. So they're looking to open a beautiful store on A1A, help beautify our area near Publix, have an outdoor cafe, and it'll be their latest state-of-the-art. So we had the first, we'll have the most state-of-the-art if the vote passes next month, which it appears to. And finally, for construction in our town, if you've been to Indialantic, 10 years ago, there was a diner, the Oceanfront Diner. That property has sat empty since a hurricane took it down 10, 12 years ago. That property has finally sold. So we are excited about that. The folks that bought the Surf Styles, those two t-shirt shops, actually have a restaurant chain, and they're opening up some kind of restaurant, and they are evaluating what to open. So we're excited to see that come in there. Talked about the town manager. So parks, if you go to any of our parks along the beach side or over on the rivers, they're just fantastic. If you go look at these compared to what they were a year or 2 years ago, they are stellar. We put in plants along the riverside to help protect the waterways. They are just looking amazing, and we're real proud of that. And for a little town like Indialantic, we actually have dogs in our parks now, which was controversy for God knows how long. Last year that passed, which seems silly, but you can't walk your dogs in the park. Seems nuts to me. June 29th, Long Doggers. Everybody loves Long Doggers. They are hosting.
Who was that?
It's the woman in the blue.
Don't encourage this. Stop.
So if you've been, if you go to Long Doggers, you see they have what's called the Beachside Bash. They started with their 25th or their 20th anniversary. They're hosting their next one on June 29th. We close down Nance Park. They'll fence it in. They're going to bring in beer trucks. They have a band coming in, multiple bands. Doug Flutie's band's playing, but they have some large name bands, and that will be a pretty cool event. If you haven't been to that, it's awesome. It's a giant party. They actually close their stores down, invite all their employees, and they charge a minimal fee to get in, but they're actually spending close to $100,000 of their money to put this on as a thank you to us, community where they started, and to their employees, which is really nice. These guys, very generous. We're also looking with Melbourne Beach. We're doing a study with Florida Tech on do a greenway, some kind of a route between our towns to establish a bike and a walk path. So we're looking at how that might happen. Can't read my last thing. I'm getting old too. Oh, finally, a new median. So if you go down 5th Avenue, we have this median with these ugly old Washingtonian palms and plants that are growing. You just can't see the other side. We hired a architect, a landscape architect, and we are totally redesigning that. Next year, they all come out. We're going to strip that down. We're going to plant in some beautiful plants, and we're going to make it a centerpiece to come down Fifth Avenue. We're hoping the stores and everybody will come online, and the businesses will start fixing their storefronts up to increase the visibility of their stores and beautification of our town. And I'm right on 5 minutes. How's
That was
Wayne?
perfect. That's why I love you, man.
Thank you all.